Welcome back, everyone. Today I'm going to be showing you a tutorial on how to build a great pumpkin and melon farm that is very much inspired by Mumbo Jumbo, but made a few tweaks myself, but pretty much most of the general structure is his, and the top part is, I believe, my creation. Anyways, so the way this works is it can be infinitely expanded as far as you want, though eventually if you expand it far enough, the minecarts will not be able to drop off enough here, and you need some form of unloading station. Um, First comment, if you are testing out various different farms in the world, like cactus or reeds or melons, things that grow slowly, it might be worth knowing how to change your random tick timer. So you can go into /game rule, there we go, and then you can type random tick speed, and the default value that it's currently set to when you want to switch it back is 3. But we're going to do it with 100 right now. And they start growing a lot faster. At this speed, it's definitely way too fast for the minecarts in this system. But with normal random tick speed of 3, they keep up just fine. So I'm going to quickly build this here to the side just so you guys can see how it works, basically. So I'm going to build an 8 long structure. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Go over here, grab some of these, and I'm going to lay down our track at the bottom that the minecart hoppers are going to attach to. So one thing you'll notice if you're laying track is that you get this problem a lot, where they combine on the sides. The way to deal with that is to extend one of them one farther than you'd like, put this back, and then break this one. Do the same on the opposite side, put this here, put an extra one, place this one, and break this one. Then you get the configuration that you desire. I'm going to build up here, put these up on either side in order to allow the minecarts to run properly. And here we're going to actually break these real quick, because we're going to place 2 sets of hoppers right around here. Let's grab you, hopper. Cool. So we're going to place these into these blocks, and then these into these hoppers. And then we're going to replace these blocks with some chests. If I drop something in, say a jack-o'-lantern, it shows up in the chest. Awesome. All right, now we're going to place the rails back. So I'm going to go one farther, put this here, and break that. Perfect. And I'll place blocks on top of these to allow the hopper minecarts to do their thing, go back and forth indefinitely. Awesome. Okay, now we need dirt. Need to grab dirt. There we go. Now the system I have here with the water is it could go everywhere, but for looks of it, I like it like this. Awesome. Okay. It's tilled already. I didn't know you could grab that. Well, we're going to put dirt up here. It will mostly be tilled eventually. For now, it's just going to change. Cool. So we put the dirt on top. That's where we're going to place our pumpkins. And here on the side, we're going to put a layer of glass so that we can add water. Go all the way around. I like orange just because it goes with the pumpkins. I like to use pumpkins in my build too, due to the fact that they can't be pushed by slime blocks. Alright, cool. So we're going to place a water source here. So I'm going to do the every other pattern. And on the other side, I'm going to have a water here, so I'm going to do the every other pattern this way. Offset by 1. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to put this here. Do I need that one there? Maybe not. How did I do this? This doesn't look right. Here we go. I don't think I need to go one out. Unnecessary wasted glass there. Perfect. So now we're going to make an outside ring just to hold all the water in. And this is actually going to be made out of stone. Cool. This ring goes all the way around. And it holds in the water sources that will be there to hydrate the crops. Awesome. Now we just need our water. There we go. So we have water here. I guess I'm making a 9 9-long structure right now, but that's okay. You can make these structures just as long as you would like. Perfect. Okay, now that we've got that set up, we can successfully plant our crops. And the random tick speed means everything happens very quickly, so these should grow by themselves without the use of bone meal by the time I finish building the rest of it. Perfect. Okay, now you're going to need two main things to make the system. You'll need pistons and you'll need observers. The observers watch to see when these grow, and the pistons push the pumpkins that are done. So we're going to place. Actually, we don't need all of these here. We only want to place pumpkins next to these orange blocks. So I'll break you. And I'll break this one. Because we don't actually want all of these. We just want the ones on the sides. Perfect. Excuse me. So now we'll place these here, facing the remaining ones we have left. Let's do quick time set day. Oh, we already have some pumpkins. Perfect. Perfect. And you want to face them this way so the redstone output is on the back. Similarly, we're going to now place pistons that face the area of the crops where things will grow. Like so. And these will push the pumpkins, and then you'll get pumpkins out of your farm. Alright, so we got to place one here, and we have to place one here. Now we have to power them. So the key here is we're going to place more blocks behind each of the pistons and on top of each piston. Just like this. Perfect. Now, one thing to keep in mind is also that these plants require sunlight, so we can't completely, or sunlight level, we can't keep them in the dark completely, which will be part of the design choice for placing jack-o'-lanterns as the light source on top of the system. One could also use glowstone, or just probably, well, glass wouldn't work because you can't place redstone on it, but you could use glowstone as well. But for a pumpkin farm, I feel it's appropriate to use jack-o'-lanterns. Perfect. Did I get everyone? Yeah, perfect. So now these are, every time they update, they push. And I need one more piston. Got this guy. Perfect. Okay. And basically, each one of these plants, it has 3 possible locations it can grow. And when it grows, it'll update and it'll push all the pistons. Now, let's take this plant, for example, over here. That just went away. When this observer noticed that a pumpkin grew, it activates the pistons near it, but it doesn't activate the pistons on the other side. So that's what this part on top here is for. It's to cross the wire over so it can activate the pistons on the other side to immediately destroy the pumpkin block that grows. It doesn't propagate all the way down, but you don't need it to. You just need it to get the one on the other side, basically. So the way to build that up, well, first we want to enclose so the pumpkins can't go out, as you saw here. So we're going to do this on either side. See, we're losing some pumpkins. But if we do that, they're fine, and then we'll place a layer of glass on top so they can't go flying. Now, you can't place redstone on glass, so glass does not work as a feasible light source to place on top of the system if we want redstone crossing to the other side in order to get maximum efficiency. So as a result, I'm going to place stone bricks every other, and mostly for looks and for light, we're going to place jack-o'-lanterns as well. Perfect. Now that we got these on top, we can connect the two with a giant line of redstone on top. And voila, there you've got your structure. The minecart hoppers are not running because I think I had a water flow. Here's the issue. We needed to put glass blocks underneath. Or did I just destroy these waters? I did. My bad. I should have known that I did it right the first time. Okay, perfect. Let's quickly replace these water sources. Even though we don't need them that often, it just looks better. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to go in here, and we're going to quickly replace these mine carts. I'm not entirely sure how these broke, but I must have probably spilled water on them at some point. So we're going to break that, place one there, place one there, and break that one, place this back, and then place these along. Cool, and we're going to do the same thing over here. Break this, place that there, place, and then place the remaining tracks here. And we're going to quickly get that one over here. And then the system should be fixed. You can place the minecarts, close them in, and they should go. And as you can see, we're beginning to get pumpkins in our system. And it gives 2 every time. And that's basically how you make the system. You can also replace as many of these as you want with melons. Melons, of course, slow it down because you get more items. And as I said, there'll be some point when you get too many items for it to deal with, and you will not be able to output them all to the hoppers at this speed. And you'll need to create some form of stopping, which does exist in Minecraft. There's tutorials on that where you get them to stop until they unload an unloader, and then they go on their merry way. But yeah, so try this in your world. It's a pretty nifty design. It can be expanded as much as you want. And of course, it's going to be at a much slower speed, but you get a lot of pumpkins. And if you look over here, this one, that's not too long. I bet in the not too distant future we'll see one grow. So you get a pretty high rate. Yep, we already got one over there. Pretty high rate once you get enough pumpkins. And when you put these pumpkins down, let's just get some on the ground here, you get a bunch of seeds. So let's say we place 2 down, we get out our shears because we want to make jack-o'-lanterns. I think we get 4, yeah. It's something like 4 for each one you make. And that's great. It gives you a huge supply of more seeds to plant 4 more pumpkins, and you can very quickly get the farm set up to a huge enough size that you get a constant supply of food. But yeah, so let me know what you think of this. Let me know any improvements, and like if you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.